A medical health directive is a limited power of attorney for medical purposes at times when you are incapacitated. So if you have to be hospitalized and you lose consciousness for any reason, the medical health directive will appoint someone to make sure that your medical wishes are adhered to in the time of your incapacitation. When I say medical wishes, I'm referring to whether or not you want to be revived if you're on a machine, whether or not you want to receive medication for pain medication. Like, that's one of the things on the medical health directive. Some people don't care to get their pain relieved because they don't take certain types of medications and things of that nature. And if you wanted to make sure that if you were under severe pain and discomfort, that you, while you're also unconscious, the medical health director would make sure would basically speak to the fact that you will allow to that kind of medication, and then the person who's appointed to administer it would make sure that the medical professionals honored your request. Okay, so 3 ways to use a medical health directive. Number 1, for yourself. Get a medical health directive for yourself. You never know when an emergency might occur. You never know. And I'm not speaking any of this on anybody, but there are car accidents. There are a number of things that can happen that can cause you to be unconscious. And God forbid that happens to you. But in case it does, you want to be prepared for that. And you want to make sure that someone else isn't just running experiments on you and not honoring your wishes, or unbeknownst to them, they don't even know your wishes because you don't have this in place. Number 2, for an elderly parent. And I think that's pretty obvious. You have your parents, they're approaching the other stages of their life. It's important that in the event of something, that someone is in place to make those important medical decisions at times of incapacitation. So your mother, your father, whether they're in your home or not, if something were to happen to them in the state that they reside, or in the city or town, or wherever they reside apart from you, it's even more important to have something like this in place. And as I say that, let's say you live in state A and your parent lives in state B. You would want to get a medical health directive for the state that they reside, where they would be hospitalized, as opposed to the state where you reside. So you want to keep that in mind. But getting one for your parent, I have one for my dad, is very important. And number 3, and most interestingly for me personally, because I'm a mother of a 20-year-old, when your child turns 18, they're no longer a child in the state. So a medical health directive is necessary if something were to happen to your kid and they were hospitalized or unconscious for any reason. You can run into some hindrances for the hospital to actually speak to you to make decisions for your kid once they're over 18. With a medical health directive in place, that will assure that if something happens to your young adult child, that you'll be in a position to speak for them. So estate planning services are now available on my website. I am providing them at very reasonable rates in comparison to that of licensed attorneys and professionals who charge by the hour. I only provide flat rates, and I do not charge for consultations. So if you have questions about whether or not you need a will, which you do, but why it is that you do, how to protect the type of assets that you have and the best ways to go about that, we could talk about it. Book a free consultation on my website. Also, check out the free resource tab on my website. There you can find a free downloadable blank copy of a Delaware approved medical health directive.